Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Lexi and today, as you can tell by the title, we have a very exciting announcement. The Plus Size Readathon will be back for its 4th year this year.
Yes! Yeah!
Myself and Julie will be hosting again. For those of you that are new or maybe haven't heard of the Plus Size Readathon before, it is a month-long readathon where we challenge ourselves to read body positive books. Every year there is getting more and more body positive and plus size representation in books. A lot of these books will also have other types of diversity as well, and they are honestly just such a fun time to read. This year it is back and better than ever.
Yeah, boy!
There's a couple of changes though, the first being that it will be held in August this year. We normally do it in July, but we're mixing it up and August it is. The second change is that instead of having just a range of prompts, we're actually going to be having teams. So there will be the sweet team and the sour team. I'll be leading the sweet team and Julie will be leading the sour team. And we're going to be competing to see which team gets the most amount of points. The way you earn points is by completing the prompts for your team. They will both share a prompt as well, which is to read our group book. We are very excited about this one and happy to announce that our group book will be My Curvy Rival by Lee Karen. I have probably completely said her name wrong, but Lee is an awesome human being. She has been writing curvy novels for quite a while now, and I believe My Curvy Rival is her latest. If it's not, I will insert her latest book here, but it is a super fun novella. It's really quick, really fun to read, and we think it is the perfect fit for the group book. We are also in talks of maybe hosting a giveaway, maybe doing some video bits, but make sure you are following the Plus Size Readathon Instagram account to be the first to know about all of that. You will also be able to earn points by completing our photo challenges, and we're going to score all of the points in our group Discord. We've used the group Discord in other years, but it's going to be back and better than ever this year. It's also an awesome space where we can all chat about the books we're reading, we can update each other, and a lot of really great discussions happen in there as well. I'm now going to go through all of the prompts for both the sweet team and the sour team, and I'll give you recommendations for each of the prompts as well. This might help you in planning out your TBR for the month. I know I have definitely worked out my TBR, but I will be sharing that in a separate video. So make sure you're subscribed so you know when that one goes out. And without further ado, let's jump straight into the prompts. For both teams, we have 5 prompts. There is 4 individual ones and then 1 across both teams. And I will say now as well, you can stack up your prompts. So we understand that not everyone has got the time to read 4 or 5 books a month, so definitely don't feel any pressure to. We are totally happy for you to choose one book and allocate it to multiple prompts. You still will earn all of those points as well. I will pop up a little example on the screen. I think that will explain it better than I can. But yeah, we want this readathon to be fun. We don't want anyone to feel pressured or feel like they're rushing through books just to earn points. We want you to enjoy your reads. The first prompt for the sweet team is Me Espresso. Read a book that is popular on BookTube or BookTok. A couple of recommendations I thought of for this one would be Mile High. This one I feel like has been everywhere, and it features a curvy female main character. I believe this one has like a little bit of sports romance in it as well. So he is an athlete and she's an air hostess on their private jet. You could also go with Fat Chance Charlie Vega. This one was super popular on BookTube a little while ago. It is a lovely contemporary romance, YA I think. And you could also go with All the Feels by Olivia Dade. That one has also been really popular. The next prompt is Double Dip. Read a plus size book from an author that you've loved. You definitely could do like sequels and stuff like that for this prompt, but a couple of recommendations I thought of would be A Highlander for Hannah. Mary Warren has heaps of really awesome books out, so you may have read some of her others. A Merry Little Meet Cute by Julie Murphy and Sierra Simone. Julie has lots of other books out, so you may have picked up one of her others. And of course there's also Leah on the Offbeat, written by the same author of, oh my god, it's escaping me, like the Homo Sapiens Agenda. I don't know if that's the full title, but I'll insert the cover here. Our third prompt is Sweet Like Cinnamon. Read a book with a plus size man. This one can be tricky, but there is definitely tons of recommendations on our Instagram page. We had a prompt like this last time. Definitely the first one that comes to mind is Shipwrecked, and this was actually our group book last year. I personally really enjoyed it, but I do remember that it had mixed reviews. There's also Out of the Blue. I also read this last year and really loved it. If you are a mermaid fan, I promise you will enjoy it. It has a very interesting magic system and like lore system, so I thought that one was great. You could also go with Pumpkin, and I also saw this one, Husky. This sounded really intriguing to me. Julie also has an amazing recommendation video from last year, so if you are struggling to find new ones, definitely check that out. And the final prompt for the sweet team is How Sweet It Tastes. Read a book with a cute cover. So again, this one is one you could definitely combine with another prompt if you had to, and it's really up to interpretation. We all have different ideas of what we think is a cute cover. For me, a couple that come to mind would definitely be Spoiler Alert. I definitely read this because I loved the cover. Didn't love the book as much, but the cover is great. The Princess Trap is another one. This has been one that I've been trying to read for a while now. And The Love Con. I believe Julie read this one and she said that it's quite similar to Spoiler Alert. So again, haven't picked it up, but I think it would be a great recommendation for this prompt. And if you want to complete the Sweet Team prompts, again, the final one is to read the group book. Now on to the Sour Team. The first prompt on this list is Unwrap Me. Read a plus size book that you've been intimidated to read. I'm also going to recommend Mile High on this one because it's like 600 pages or something like that. So it's definitely one that personally I would feel intimidated to read. I'm also going to suggest Muscles and Monsters because I think this can be a bit intimidating if you are not really into that genre. And of course Rein Me In because it has so much hype on BookTok at the moment. You could also use that for Me Espresso if you wanted to. The next prompt for this team is Sour Sweet Gone. Read a short novella with a plus size main character. Also, if I haven't mentioned it and I've just said book, it is plus size book. So sorry. For this one, again, you could count our group book. It is technically a novella, but there are so many other awesome ones out there as well. One that I read a few years ago was Sing Anyway by Anita Kelly. That one was a really fun time, super short but super cute. The Merry Little Meet Cute series, it also has a couple of novellas in it as well. You have Snow Place Like LA and Seas and Greetings. Personally, I haven't read these. I've read the first book. I haven't read the sequel yet, but I think these would be really fun to pick up during this month as well. And another monster one for the list, Tentacles and Teeth. Prompt number 3 is, do you get deja vu?
Do you get deja vu when she's with you?
Read a plus size book with a second chance romance. I haven't read either of these two books, but from what I could read on Goodreads and other people's recommendations or reviews, I do think they are both second chance romances. So you have Their Second Chance at Love and Continuum. Continuum does sound really intriguing to me. Like if I was on this team, I think I would choose that one. And our final prompt, apart from the group book, is I'm a Sucker for You.
I'm a sucker for you.
Read a plus size book with a character who's a grump. For this prompt, I've got the recommendation of Magic in the Mountains and Take a Hike. So again, I haven't personally read these ones, but from what I can tell, they do fit this prompt. You'll definitely have to let me know if you read them and what you think, or if you've already read them. I'd love to know more. And we definitely need to give a massive shout out to Julie for coming up with the cutest names for these challenges. I'm obsessed and love all the musical references. As I mentioned earlier, the other way that you can earn points for your team is through completing the photo challenges. We've decided to go with one challenge per week, so you have an entire week to complete the challenge. And it doesn't have to be a photo, it could be a reel if you prefer, and make sure you tag us so that we can see it. And that way we can make sure that the points are correct. We're going to be sharing some examples on the Instagram of what you could do with these challenges as well. So definitely make sure you're following us to see that. I think that's everything I can think of for this video. If you do have any questions about the readathon, definitely leave them in the comments below and I will check them out. And as I mentioned, I'm going to reveal my TBR in another video. Make sure you're subscribed so you know when that video comes out. I'm very excited about all the books I'm going to be reading in August. And I can't wait to have you guys come along as well. I promise it's a lot of fun. We read some good books, we read some bad books, and we have a great time doing it. So that's it for now, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye!